In the 56 months to include the closing period, I have saved $25,725, and it's just been over 4 years. So there's the breakdown of my loan and the money that I've saved.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Mike Perry with North Georgia Homes and Properties. We hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving and preparing for Christmas, because it sure is cold enough out here to feel like Christmas. One of the commitments to this YouTube channel that I made is that I would do a VA loan breakdown for all of our veterans here in Georgia and really anywhere else, but particularly here in North Georgia, so we can go over this valuable benefit that people don't know a tremendous amount about. I have purchased 3 homes with the VA loan myself, as well as being a real estate agent at Fort Hood, Texas, where 75% of the transactions I did involved the VA loan. So we're going to head on over to the studio and get this started. And like any good staff officer, I've got a nice Canva, which is a PowerPoint presentation, so you can visualize this information as we continue the video. Let's get on over.
Back in the studio, like, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. It helps us get more information out to you. And we're going to hop right into this VA loan overview. We're going to do a screen share, and this is a landing page, and the link will be below where you can go get all this information and register to get a deeper dive in the PowerPoint that I promised you. Here on the page, we'll show it to you, and stay tuned until the end, because I'm going to break down my current loan that I have on my home in Texas and show you the savings real time. Let's get into it. Okay, this is the landing page that will be in the comments below. So this is the best place to come for this information, and it's going to be part of the presentation today. Your VA home buyer strategy call sign up is right here. This is where I want you to go, so you can send me your information and we can have a deep dive conversation about everything that we're talking about here, and find you your next place and utilize your VA loan to save you tons of money. Hey, who is this for? The video, and we say the word veteran. There's different classes of veterans. There's active duty. Those of you on active duty in any of the branches of the military, you don't have a DD-214 yet. So you can get a certificate of eligibility, but you will not have a DD-214 if you've never been discharged. So you will need a command letter with your letterhead from the brigade or the division that you work for, whatever your unit is. I've had to do it all 3 times when I've done mine. No DD-214. Next would be National Guard and Reserve members that qualify for the VA loan. They'll need 6 credible years in the selected reserve with honorable service, or 90 days of Title 10, Title 32 federal deployments. And lastly is the veteran who's no longer serving, so retirees, people that met the requirements of the active duty and reservists who are no longer in, a veteran like myself, a DD-214 for your certificate of eligibility, honorable discharge, medical discharge. So if you've got anything other than honorable, that's a conversation that you can have probably with Veterans Affairs, potentially a lender or a loan company. And there are some benefits for some surviving spouses. I don't have a tremendous amount of information on that, but of course we'll dig into it if we need to get that information for you. Okay, getting into the meat and potatoes of why this loan is so valuable. There's 3 primary reasons that this loan has the value it does, all of it keeping money in your pocket. The deep dive is coming into my loan, but these are the 3 things you need to know about. Competitive interest rates. As of early this month in Georgia, credit depending, credit is always going to drive your interest rates and the deals that you get on your loan. We're at about a 5.40 for a 30-year fixed VA home loan. Compare that, it's about 0.78 and 0.9% higher for conventional and FHA. It doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 point on a 30-year amortized loan is a tremendous amount of savings over the length of the loan. If it was the full 30 years, it would be close to $61,000 between an FHA loan and the VA loan. Next is no privatized mortgage insurance. This requires a deeper dive, but it's 1.75% on an FHA loan up front, which is usually dumped into the cost of the loan. And then it's about 0.55% of the value of the loan until it reaches its loan value of 80/20. So it's a considerable monthly change in your privatized mortgage insurance. And lastly is the zero down payment. I have not paid it in any of my 3 loans. You can do down payments to adjust monthly payments and lower your monthly payments, but it is not required under the loan. Okay, as promised, I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the loan on my home right now. I purchased my home in April of 2021, right before the crazy run on real estate, so I got a good deal on it, which means I have paid 56 months on this loan. My loan amount was $240,000. My VA interest rate, with pretty good credit, nothing crazy, about 700, was 3.25% for 30 years. My monthly principal and interest, which those two things only, are $1,044.26. Keep in mind, what is not showing on here is homeowners insurance, which is going to go on here as well, but I did not put it in either loan because those prices change and vary depending on who you go with for that policy. The total interest in 30 years on my house would be $136,000. But you can see what I have saved here. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to compare this to a 3.5% down FHA loan with all the other fees that go in the loan that you're not going to have to pay with the VA loan. So the loan amount would be $235,653. That's with an $8,400 down payment. Now that $4,053 initial MIP is a initial mortgage insurance premium. It's a percentage. So that's all figured in there. The rate at the time for FHA for me would have been 3.9%. So the monthly principal and interest only would have been $1,114.62. So not a massive change, but it's all the other fees and it's the interest over time that you're going to want to look at. The total interest in 30 years would have been $155,000 instead of $136,000. The monthly insurance premium payment until the loan reached 20% of its value, so a 80/20 split, because you're not putting enough down to get rid of the mortgage insurance, would be $166.89. $166.89 added on to your monthly payment for a grand total of $1,281.51. In the 56 months to include the closing period, I have saved $25,725, and it's just been over 4 years. So there's the breakdown of my loan and the money that I've saved. This is why we want to have a conversation with you, because this is money in the bank. And if you look at that interest over 30 years, it's going to be a significant difference. So that concludes our VA loan breakdowns, basic information. And keep in mind one thing, all of the interest rates, the percentages, and the figures and stats used in this presentation are all approximate numbers. These percentages change by the week, the day, the month. I know that my savings is over $25,000 on my loan in the past 56 months. And that was the purpose of this video, is to show you how much money you can keep in your pocket, because you deserve it as the veteran, and this is a benefit that you have earned. The next time in the video series that we talk about veterans loans and FHA loans is going to be the 5 things that can kill your loan from the time you put it under contract until you get to the closing table. Some of that information is on our landing page already, but we're going to go over it in depth, probably while we walk through some houses and talk about it with you. Again, thanks for tuning in to the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you soon.